Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm gonna be going through the James Charles and Morphe palette. As you can see, it is pretty dirty so far. I've had this for about like 2 weeks and I've already used it. I used some of the shades on my eyes today, and we're gonna go over the shades, the names, and the palette itself. So here it is. I love this palette. Honestly, like, he did such a good job. Like, I want to like bend it back like how my other Jaclyn Hill palette is. You can bend it back, but it's just, I don't want to ruin it, you know. But I have played with a lot of these colors. I've used these right here, which are, I gotta like see like which way it is. Oh, this way. So on my eyes I used 10% off right in the corner here, and I also blended it out with No Beans. That's this one, and No Beans and Boutique too. I used that one as well to just like darken up the corners a little bit. And then for the inner corner of my eye, I also used Code James, which is this lighter shade right here. And then I also went in and did, what shade did I do? Okay, so I did the shade Halloween, which is right here. This one right here. I did that one in the corner of my eye, and then I also went into highlight. Is that it? Yeah. No, ring light. This is ring light. I used that right in like the middle here too, just to give it a little bit more dimension. But other than that, it was just wing liner, and then I was done with the eyeshadow look. But this palette is really freaking amazing, honestly. Morphe is such a good brand, and James Charles, he is such a genius too with his content. It's like, he's changing the game, honestly. But I really love like this section of the palette. This is like my section. I just love the colors. The blues are like the first thing I see. Oh, it is just so cute. And this purple, I've used it before too. You can't really tell that it's like it's a really good purple, but it doesn't really show up on my camera. Yeah. We're gonna do some swatches. Yeah, cause I don't really know what else to film. And I got a Fitbit. I really hope this turns out well, honestly. All right, so I'm going to swatch the shades on my arm, and yeah, we'll see. I didn't get to swatch all of the shades, so I'm just gonna do the ones that I didn't do yet, which are mostly like the brighter ones down here, which is what I really want to swatch. Yeah, but I've pretty much used like every color, like all right here. All right, so first we're gonna go off with B, which is this yellow, and for some reason I just love yellow eyeshadows, and nobody has any except for like, you know, Morphe and Jeffree Star has one too, I think. Yeah, in his summer collection he has one. But other than that, there's like no yellow in any other like drugstore makeup. There's no good yellow shadows, and I'm like, why? Like, why is that? Why can't drugstore makeup have the same consistency as luxury makeup? Like, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna go with Queen B. I'm gonna do it in my other hand so it's easier. Alright, but here she is. I'm gonna start, we'll start like right here. Ooh. One swipe and it's there. And he said that this palette is also buildable, which is true, with the white shadow. I think it's called Flashback, is it? Yeah, Flashback. This shadow, definitely buildable. So y'all Twitter stans need to stop dragging him. I don't know what that is now. So we're gonna go in with another swipe just to see. And I mean, I am very pale too, but this, like, that's pigmented. You can't tell me that's not, like, the fuck. Okay, so now the next shade that we're gonna do is called Social Blade. This is that light green right here. And we're gonna swatch that. Fuck, I did it with the same finger. I need to not. Alright, so clean finger. And we're gonna go in Social Blade right next to B. Now I'm like pressing, you know. So I'm making sure all that shit gets on there. I'm gonna go in with a second coat because you could see that it does fade out a little bit. So these shadows definitely are buildable. There's like no question about that. I'm like, just look at that. That's so pretty. I'm gonna go into the next shade, Daddy, which is the darker green right next to it, that one. And we're going to swatch that one. So let's go. Ooh, this one's nice. Oh, it's not straight. Anyway. Yeah, these are definitely like really good shadows. Alright, that's with like 2 coats. These are all pretty much gonna have 2 coats just because I felt like it. I really want to swatch this one right above it. That one's called Guac. Alright, so I'm just gonna swatch Guac now. My pinky going into that right there. That is a really pretty color. Ah! I just dropped it. Okay, we're gonna go in. Bang. That is nice. That is a really nice color. I like honestly cannot wait to play with these. Like, I'm just so excited. See, like, I don't know, I'm really feeling like very warm browns and like reds and burgundies and stuff, just because I don't know, I feel like I'm still in that fall setting. But now that's coming into winter, it's getting freaking cold out. I definitely want to play around with these greens and blues and maybe do like a cool like winter look. I don't know. Yeah, all right, let me take this shit off real quick. Alright, so another thing that I have to say about this palette is that just like the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, you can use a lot of the shades in here also on your face and not just on your eyes. Like this shade Rusted that I used here, I used on my cheeks as a blush. I literally only just dipped my brush in like once, barely even touching it. And oh yeah, this is I just touched that pink, that red shade literally right here. Or wait, no, this one's, you're kidding. Alright, you can also use this shade Ring Light as a highlight, and you could use any of the shimmer shades in here, honestly. Like, you can use this one, I think, what is this one called? This one's called Sister. You can use this one in there too. That one could also be a good transition for the blush into the highlight. And I haven't tried any of the shades for a contour, but I know that James just put out a video of him doing a full face of just his palette. So I'll have to see which ones he used for a contour. But if anything, I would probably use this one, which Punch Me. So if anything, I would use this as a contour. I don't know, I would have to try it and see how it would look on my skin. But I would use this one. And if I, you know, I don't know, that's probably the only one I would use, honestly. But there's definitely more ones to use in the Jaclyn Hill palette. See, it's dirty. I've used this one a lot. Yeah, as y'all can see. But yeah, there's way more neutral shades in this palette compared to James's palette. So there's a lot more that you could do on the face with this rather than James's palette. But I still think it's a very, very nice palette. Like, I'm seriously impressed. And just the size of it too. This thing is freaking huge. Like, this is the Jaclyn Hill palette, right? This is the James palette. Like, And then I also got a regular Morphe palette too. I got the 35M palette in the mail, and I'll be doing a tutorial on that. Whoop, there goes the plastic. This palette, oh, so pretty. I love it, honestly. It's, oh my god, look at those purples and the green. Oh my god, I cannot wait to use this. Whew. I'm just excited. Alright guys, so my overall view of this palette, it is just great. I can't wait to keep on using it. I can't wait to make so many looks out of this palette, because you can literally do anything with the amount of variety of shades in this palette, and just you can literally unleash your inner artist with this palette. He did such a good job on it. I love it. Alright, so that is the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, listening to me ramble. Follow my Instagram at ProMakeup by Elizabeth. No spaces, no underscores, no anything. Just that. I'll be putting it in the description below. You could also follow my Facebook page and my Twitter, which I'm on like all the time. And yeah, I have a lot of exciting things planned for my YouTube channel. I'm also starting a Patreon as well. So there'll be more videos on that, some exclusive videos that you can see on that. And alright, please make sure to give a like, leave a comment, subscribe, follow, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.